Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen. I hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out James and Mark's Breakout Reloaded. Okay, so you're on this page right now and you're wondering, should you be investing in this program? Can I really make $1,432 every single day in just 20 minutes replicating what these guys are doing? Well, let's talk all about the program and how much it's going to cost, what you're actually learning, and is it worth the investment? Okay, so this is another one of those Warrior Plus products, and there are a lot of Warrior Plus products on the internet, and they kind of promise you the world and that sort of thing. They charge very little on the upside, or right on the front end, and then they upsell you like 6, 7, 8 times. And with this program, there are 6 upsells with a total of $612 that you can spend if you decide to buy all the upsells. Now, of course, it's optional. But what I like to do is I like to review the main program, because can you really get the results that they're talking about with what you're investing up front? That's important, right? So what are you learning with this program? So essentially, in a nutshell, what Breakout Reloaded is, they're going to teach you how to create an email marketing sales funnel and then fill it with different affiliate marketing offers, okay? And then you get your traffic mainly from solo ads, all right? So that's it. It's a very, very simple model. And it can be effective. It just depends on how you set it up, all right? But that's essentially what you're learning. Now, if you watch the sales page and you look at it, they talk about how you don't have to make videos and you don't have to, let me just scroll down here. And I mean, they are covering some good points as well. But I want you to understand exactly what you're getting, right? So no expensive methods, no chatbots, no Google ads, no Bing ads, no time-consuming methods, no Facebook ads, that kind of thing, right? No making videos. This is all true, but please understand that this method still requires you to build everything out, because with any real profitable business online, it still requires you to put in some effort to build your sales process out, okay? And with Breakout Reloaded, it's no different. They're teaching you how to build a capture page, a simple sales funnel with a thank you page. You're going to get traffic through solo ads, and you're going to have to set up all your emails and all your promotions to whatever you're trying to sell. So you still have to set that up. That's not going to take 20 minutes. It's going to take a lot longer than that, but you're still going to have to set it up. Okay, so please understand that. Now, the training itself, let's run through it, right? So it's not an expensive training. I mean, it's a Warrior Plus product, so the front end is always very cheap. It's $16.93. I mean, everybody can afford this. If you can't afford $16.93, then you have a lot of other things that you should be worrying about more than starting an online business. But please understand that with every online business, you still have to invest a little bit of money into your tools. And with Breakout Reloaded, it's no different, right? So they teach ClickFunnels, which is a $97 per month program that you need in order to build all your pages. By the way, that's not expensive. That's very, very normal in this industry, right? If you want to make multiple 6 figures, I mean, look, we're talking about a few $100s a day, $1,000 a day, for example. What's $97 a month, right? If you're going to be making that kind of money. But just understand that that is an upfront cost that you need to bear, okay? The other thing as well is you need an autoresponder. That's an email managing software. Right? Email managing softwares, there are many different types, but it starts roughly at about $15 per month, and it goes up as you get more traffic. And with this method, you're going to be getting a lot of leads. Okay, so it's going to increase pretty quickly. You'll probably end up spending about $49 per month on the autoresponder. Again, not expensive. This is normal base cost for starting an affiliate marketing style business. Just understand that. Okay, so going in, you need at least $150 per month to manage your tools, your pages, and your email, okay? So that's the base cost. Now, what they're going to teach you in the program is actually pretty good. So Mark and James have a pretty good program. They start with Mindset, which is very rare with Warrior Plus products, which is cool. I like Mindset because you have to be in the right mindset if you want to execute this particular strategy and all internet strategies, to be fair, all right? So how to get into the right frame of mind. Finding the right offers that will sell with this kind of traffic. That's very important, okay? So they take you through the offer process, how to pick them, and then they talk about ClickFunnels and how to set up your actual sales funnel. So they'll show you how to build out a capture page, how to build out a thank you page, and then they start talking about the autoresponder side. So an autoresponder is an email manager. That's all it is, okay? So it's gonna link your pages and your offers and your emails together, because the name of the game with this strategy is to collect as many emails as possible and then follow up with them, and not only follow up with them automatically, but then you want to broadcast them as often as possible so that they see your emails and you're promoting different offers all the time. Okay, and then it's about understanding how to set up all your emails, blasting, list segmentation. So he takes you through all that, which is pretty cool. And then the end, which is the traffic part, is where do you find solo ads? There is a solo ad training. How do you scale? How do you track everything? And then how do you get really good with solo ads? Okay, and if you don't already know, solo ads, all solo ads is you're basically buying email traffic from other marketers all over the world. That's all it is. So you go to a marketer on a specific platform, and you say, "Hey, I've got $100, I've got $500, I've got $1,000. Send my offer to your email list," and then they take your offer and they promote it directly to the email list. That's it. So you're just tapping into different pools of email traffic from all sorts of different marketers all over the world. Now, there's good and bad things about that, and I'll talk to you about that in a second, okay? But that's Breakout Reloaded in a nutshell. So that's a $16.93 $16.93 product without any of the upsells. Okay, now I'm not going to cover the upsells in this review. You can check them out if you want, but just understand that the upsells is a combination of done for you training, additional traffic training, and there are 6 upsells like I mentioned earlier, and in total it'll come to about $612. Okay, now you don't need the upsells in order for you to make the base program work, which is cool, because I hate reviewing stuff where you must buy an upsell, otherwise the front end product that you buy doesn't do anything for you. But in this case, you don't need the upsells for this to work, which is really good. Okay, so for just under $17, you can really make this training work for you. So let's talk a little bit about what's good and what's not so good in my view. Okay, and guys, you don't have to listen to a single word I'm saying. I mean, I've been online for 12 years. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars. I made almost $1 million US in affiliate sales. So I know a thing or two about what's good and what's bad online. But again, this is just my personal opinion. You can do whatever you want with this information. I just want to make that very clear, okay? So overall, it's a decent program, all right? So, Mark and James, they do a good job of taking you through the mindset, the setup, picking the offers, setting up your sales funnel, talking about the pages, talking about email marketing, and then finishing off with solo ads, right? Now, this is the problem with this particular method as I see it, okay? Now, it's not that you can't make it work. You can, all right? So this strategy works for some people. But the problem is that solo ads, which is the main source of traffic that they teach you in this program, unfortunately, in general, is very, very low quality, all right? So there's a lot of problems with solo ads. I've spent over $40,000 on solo ads. Very few people have spent that much money on solo ads. This was when I first started my internet marketing career back in 2009. And the main reason why I failed was because I focused mainly on solo ads, okay? Now, that doesn't mean you can't make money from solo ads. It just means that it's a very, very, very difficult traffic source to get profitable with, okay? Now, here's the main problem with solo ads. The main problem with solo ads is that the quality in general is very low, okay? Solo ad traffic globally is mainly business opportunity, make money traffic, all right? So the people that get onto these marketers' email lists on solo ads are looking to make money online, right? Now, there's a couple of problems with that. First of all, you don't know how these marketers are treating their email list. A lot of them email them every single day, sometimes 10 times a day, right? Sometimes even 20 times a day, which means that they respond to offers, but they don't necessarily buy, okay? So that means that it's going to be your job to figure out where the good solo ad vendors are, and that can be quite expensive because you have to do a lot of testing, okay? So solo ad traffic is not a cheap traffic source. That means that if you want to get good at it, you need to have pretty deep pockets, okay? So yes, it's an instant way to get traffic. That means it's very easy to set up. You can learn how to buy a solo ad in like 5 minutes. So you can go out there and you can get as much traffic and leads as you want, but the problem is you need to spend a lot of money. So that means you have to have big budgets, okay? And the quality is very low, which means that you have to do a lot of testing to find out what works and what doesn't, all right? So it's not a question of whether you're going to get traffic. You will, but what is the quality? And generally the quality is really bad, okay? And it's very hard to spend money and make a profit on top of the money that you spend, because it's very easy to spend a lot of money with solo ads. You can go out there, you can buy $1,000 from one person very easily. So the question is do you have thousands of dollars to spare to test what works and what doesn't? If you do, then this strategy might work for you. But if you don't, like if you only have, $50 a month to spend on traffic, this is going to be a very, very difficult strategy to get profitable with, okay? So it depends on who you are. If you've got a budget and you don't mind testing, then this can possibly work. If you're someone who is strapped for cash and you can't really make it work, just understand that Breakout Reloaded is a paid ads play. Okay, that means that you must have a budget for traffic. Otherwise, this course is pretty useless for you, right? Because if you don't have like, at least $500 to $1,000 a month to keep testing on solo ads, you're never going to make this strategy work, okay? But if you are that person, if you have a bit of money and you don't mind spending money on solo ads, right? Then the way that this strategy works is just understand that this is a very churn and burn style of marketing, okay? It's not that it doesn't work, all right? I want to be very, very clear. You can make money this way. You can. All right. I've got students that are actually doing this in this particular strategy, right? Where they're buying solo ads and they're emailing their list very heavily, maybe a couple of times a day, and they're promoting different make money offers. And they're doing it in such a way that they can actually get into profit. All right. So you just have to understand that you're churning and burning your list. That means you're getting in solo ads, you're emailing them very, very heavily to see what kind of offers they want to buy. Some people will buy, and you can make money that way. But just understand that that is the style of business that you're building. You're not really adding much value. You're just buying solo ads from vendors externally, and you're just promoting really aggressively. And then you're finding what works, what sells, and what doesn't. And that's it. And then you just focus on what works, and you keep buying the solo ads from the marketers that are giving you better quality traffic than the ones that aren't. Okay, that's it. So this is a very aggressive churn and burn email marketing plus solo ad style strategy. Can you make money from it? Yes. Is it the best way to make money? I don't know. For me personally, I don't necessarily like this strategy that much. I think a better strategy is to add value and build value and not be super aggressive with your email list. But that doesn't mean that you can't make money from it. You can. Because obviously James and Mark have done very well. I know people in the industry that have also done very well with this style of marketing. But it just depends on what kind of marketer you want to be. Do you want to be an aggressive style marketer where you're just selling super hard all the time? Or do you want to be someone that has a slightly more long-term view and you're adding a lot more value? It just really depends. So for me, Breakout Reloaded, it's an okay program. This style of marketing does work. Is it for everybody? Not really, because you do need to have a budget. I mean, solo ads are expensive. They're not cheap. They're not a cheap source of traffic. They're very expensive, and it's very easy to burn through your budget quickly. Just understand that, okay? So if you're cool with that and you've got a budget and you don't mind this style of marketing, this program will teach you exactly how to do that, okay? Do you need any of the upsells? Not really. It's completely optional. It's up to you. You can check them out if you want. But otherwise, there's a 30-day refund, and it's a $16.93 program. It's not expensive at all, okay? So that's my review of Breakout Reloaded, and you can check it out on the breakoutreloaded.com page, okay? So look, if you're here right now, though, you might be looking for a way to generate income through the internet, right? Maybe you have no idea how to make money online, and you're doing research on this particular program because you want to find out how to actually start selling products online and start making profit, which is the most important thing, okay? Now, I mentioned earlier that I've been doing this a long time. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in my own education, testing and tweaking what works and what doesn't. And for me, solo ads just wasn't the right way to go about it. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. Some people can figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. It was a very difficult way to make money online. And then when I finally figured out how to do it correctly, this was 8 years later. So from 2009 to 2016, I failed, spent over $100,000 in that particular period of time, and then changed my strategy, finally started learning how to add a lot of value. I started learning how to generate my own high quality traffic. I started learning how to give value to my audience and actually give them what they want so I could build a nice relationship with them. And that's how I started to get into a lot of profit. Fast forward, from 2016 to now, I've generated close to $1 million in sales. And I've now got thousands of students all over the world where I teach them how to sell other people's affiliate programs, other people's digital courses, but how to do it in a very specific way so that you actually get into profit, okay? So we're not talking about a churn and burn. We're talking about a long-term sustainable business. How do you add value? How do you take people through a very specific process? How do you get people to know, like, and trust you and love you in the process? And then ultimately, how do you just start to generate a lot of income so that you can do whatever you want? Quit your full-time job, never have to worry about the bills ever again, travel the world when the markets are a little bit more open, and all that great stuff that a really strong, powerful internet marketing business can allow you to do. Okay, so if you would like to learn how to do that, completely up to you. You can check out my 6-figure workshop. It's or right on the link below, or if you're watching this on your mobile device, you can click the link on the right hand side. On the next page, enter your best email address, and then check your spam folder, because sometimes email ends up in spam, and hopefully I will see you on that workshop. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this review today of Breakout Reloaded, and I hope to see you on the workshop. Take care, and all the best to you and your business.